So there, we're jumping straight into the inspiration for this video. These colors are an absolute must on our tablescape decoration. While going to Big Lots, I thought I had to incorporate these vivid, beautiful colors and picked up a lot of items from here that got me inspired. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Style with Carol. Today we are going to be decorating this dining room to a Christmas spirit. Let me tell you, we have an empty canvas that we're working with and we are going to make it magical and transform it. So if you are curious on how this ends up looking, stay tuned. FYI, if you're wondering, this shirt is from Kohl's. I got it this year. How cute is it? It even says like Merry Christmas. I feel very cool with the shirt on. All right, I'm gonna win this what is it, the ugly sweater contest this year with my family. Hopefully we'll see. We're starting a new tradition. It's gonna be decorating like an ugly sock. These I got from TJ Maxx, only $5, and I thought, how cute will this be for the kids to kind of design your own. So this is kind of how the dining room table already looks. If you already seen my channel, you know I love to talk about tips and tricks that I've used. For example, I only have 4 of these. Now that's okay because we are going to have a table runner down the middle, so you won't necessarily need it for your head table. So we're going to work with what we have. You honestly don't have to spend that much money on your silverware. For example, literally all 3 of these pieces you can get at Dollar Tree. Now, I did end up splurging on Amazon with this particular plate, but the rest are from Dollar Tree. And I'm so satisfied. I use this throughout the year. Who is going to really know, honestly? I think when you have the overall look and you use bits and pieces from everywhere, it definitely transforms the look and it's gonna make it look luxurious even though you're spending literally $1 on a few items here and there. This particular item is from the Polar Frost collection at Big Lots. They had this year. I took out the wreath from the center just so we can see the mirror because I did utilize that elsewhere and I'll show you later. And I thought this kind of added, I always love adding more of a, kind of brings in the light and it feels more spacious when you're adding mirror type materials. You've seen this in the beginning of the video. Such a great buy, only 12 bucks. I had to get 2 pieces of these. Really, anytime when you're doing your dining room table, it's all about symmetry. So you want to get 2 liked items so you can add that perfect layer of symmetry, at least on the sides. I think the outer sides, just to give everything a very cohesive look. The inner sides are where you can really play around with different items that you have in the house. I added a nutcracker and a little home piece from Target. And this is kind of how they look close up. This is the peace sign that I took from those mirrors over there. And now we're going to use fillers. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know how much of a difference fillers really make in adding that final finishing touches to your decorations. Now we are adding my favorite fillers. I've used these before, the indoor snowballs. They just always add another dimension to your decorations. Fun, so easy to use, incorporate. I mean, you can add as many or as little as you would like depending on how many you have and just the overall look and feel to your decoration. This is how everything is kind of looking with the fillers. It makes a tremendous difference, and we're going to put on this wreath up there. Also adds in that layer of kind of having that snow indoors, winter wonderland incorporation, and it actually goes the other way around. It really does complete the overall look, especially because it adds with the fillers. Here's a glance of how it's looking. It's coming together, y'all. I've already set up my plates how I want, and now we're just going to add the runner. This is from Amazon. Super beautiful. better than I thought in terms of quality, although I'll have to say I wish they did have a longer length. But you know what? We are going to make it work, okay? We are going to make it work. So literally all I did was put this on the table. If you don't have a runner, another great idea is to incorporate leaves, garlands, things like that, and utilize that as somewhat of a runner. How many of you have watched The Nutcracker? One of my favorite Christmas movies, indeed. Let me know if you've watched it. This was only $25 at Big Lots. Well, it was actually less because I ended up getting 20% out of it during that sale time. And we used this guy right in the center of the middle to make a statement. I thought it was like the cutest thing. And it literally, I had to play around with it to see if it will actually crack the nuts. And it seemed like it would. So I was like, oh, that's pretty impressive. But I wanted his mouth closed. It looked awkward having it all open. So I was playing around with that. We're now going to use these candle holders. I've had these since last year. It was actually a holiday gift, and I pretty much use it every year. I'll find a way to use this baby. It's so beautiful. I love how amazing, like the inside of it has like fake snow, and it just brings everything together. And you know, my key is always have two liked items in the outer edge, and that did the trick for this table. How beautiful are these shiny little candles? They're the battery operated candles to avoid any accidents. Just kept it safe. And I'm going to do a DIY on this, and I'll show you how it turns out because I really wanted to incorporate my chandelier. So all you're going to need for this DIY is these vases and the ropes I added myself. These are optional. That's basically, I wanted to incorporate that rope-like feel because my chandelier has that feel. And then we're also doing another DIY, but I'm not going to necessarily use this for the tablescape, but I did want to show you what I did. So basically all I did was dump what was previously in these vases. Because I used them for fall decoration, I wanted to put in the fake snow that we had inside because we used that for fillers, and I thought it will just complement and have everything kind of go together. If you don't find this particular vase in Dollar Tree, you can use another type of vase like the one that I'm going to show you in a little bit. It's not really a vase, but it does the same trick. So we're going to tear a piece of our fake snow and stuff it in there. And as I've mentioned, this is what we use for the fillers on the windows as well. How cute. It kind of looks like a little snowball. And then we are going to add these little Christmas trees in the center of the DIY that we're doing. Now, I recommend if you are doing this for your table, get two because I realized that they're different sizes. And I don't know if I necessarily like that. I would have liked it better if they were the same size. But it's okay because when I incorporated the little figures, I just made sure to add a little bit more in the smaller Christmas tree one, and then just have one Christmas Carol person in the other one, just to add a little bit more space for the other one. We made sure to add the well and the other extra person in there when we did the final. Here's how the final DIY turned out. How cute. Made sure to add the well with the bigger, larger Christmas tree, and then basically the two carols just in with the other Christmas tree. But you definitely do have to play around with it just as I did and see what works for you. And of course, if you follow my advice of getting two of these trees, you won't have to work so hard to fit in the figurines because you know you have the two of the same sizes, so it'll be a little bit more symmetrical. Now we are using the white sand that we got from Dollar Tree and putting it in the other container that we purchased. See how it looks very much like snow. I do really love how this one turned out. I think it definitely gives a snowy look to it. And now you can also place the figurines likewise that you've done in the previous DIY and just put them wherever you've deemed necessary. And for this particular one, I could literally use all 3 pieces, and it looks great because it had a wider opening. Voila, the grand finale with everything on the table. Voila, I'm so impressed with the DIY that we did. I'm going to make sure to turn it around because of that little piece that's sticking out, but look at the candles. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. This nutcracker, oh, it's too funny. And you know, I love having the home in the center because it's really all about what makes you feel like home. And very happy with the end results. Comment down below and let me know what you think. I would love to know. Here's the background of the tablescape, and I've used the gold and silver wreath. Curious to know what colors you all did this year. Comment down below. I tried to use as much as I could, and I love this nutcracker, although I'll have to say I wish the little snow piece wasn't covering his head as much, but the details and the colors of this, it was just so inspirational.